Well, the final issue, issue number 6 of the Powers of 10, or the Powers of X as some people are calling it, has come out, and there are some answers that are finally given as to what's happening in the X-Men universe, but don't expect everything to be put out there right away. Major spoilers in this video, I'm warning you now in advance. First, I am loving Jonathan Hickman's writing in this series. He has really revamped the whole X universe. It has brought a lot of people back on board. If you're not aware of this already, Moira MacTaggert has been revealed to be a mutant who she just seems to die and be reincarnated, where she remembers everything in her previous life, and she's trying to make amends as to what's happening with mutants. And many of the X-Men and other mutants that have been shown are very out of character as to what's been happening with her having to do with this whole reincarnation thing. Professor Xavier and Magneto have joined forces along with just about every other mutant foe, villain, and ally on the planet. And they're living on a living island called Krakoa, and they've seemingly solved the problem of immortality by cloning, but not exactly cloning, any of their fallen comrades. It's a bit complicated and involves several different mutants using their abilities together. The Powers of X storyline has been shown in several different timelines, starting when Xavier first came up with his dream for mutants and humanity living together, to which in this issue we're revisiting these pages where Moira first meets up with Xavier. And then the timeline takes place 10 years later, which is supposed to be in the present day, where Xavier and Magneto have already formed their island nation. And then there was a storyline taking place 100 years in the future, which turned out to be one of Moira MacTaggert's past lives. And then a storyline taking place 1,000 years in the future, where it seems as though mutants had won the war against humanity, but we find out that they actually lost the war, where humanity had formed a techno-organic existence to fight mutants off. And then we find out that this is actually just the end of Moira MacTaggert's 6th life. So the readers have been fooled once again into thinking that this is what is on track with the current timeline in Xavier and Magneto's current Krakoan humanity, like utopia thing that they're doing. In the present day, we're not really quite sure what lifetime this is supposed to be taking place in with Moira. We do know that in every past life, Moira reveals that mutants always lose. And she's very adamant about not having a precog like, say, Mystique's girlfriend Destiny, knowing what's going to be happening, because she could reveal that the fact that mutants always seem to lose. Xavier and Magneto have now taken over mutantdom and the mutant nation, and of course, they're probably going to let their hubris get to them, where they're probably going to fail as well. This ends exactly where the House of X storyline ended, where all the mutants on Krakoa are celebrating. And with this, we're going to be opening up a whole bunch of other X-Men comic book series that are going to be showcasing different teams. So what does all this mean? Right now, we really don't know. I mean, this could just be another lifetime for Moira MacTaggert. What about all of the other superheroes in the Marvel Universe? Up to this point, we've only really seen the Fantastic Four interact in some capacity with the X-Men. Is Moira going to die once again, and we're going to find out that this was actually lifetime number 11? I don't know, but I love the writing, and Hickman has really brought on board a lot of new readers and old readers alike. There have been some people out there that have complained about this being a bit too confusing and not really quite going on the same track, and all of these other characters acting where they're not exactly what we're used to seeing them do. It's kind of funny that Magneto himself references waiting for the second shoe to drop, which is what a lot of readers are expecting to happen too. I am totally on board, and I'm going to be trying to read almost every single X book that's going to be coming out. I may not be able to get to all of them, but I am going to try to get to a vast majority. There's a lot of diary entries in between the story where Moira is explaining how she had to break Xavier's dream so that she and him can work together. And of course, there's also a lot of redacted stuff that you can't read, wondering what exactly did Moira do to break Xavier's dream. Anyways, though, I thought this was a great mini-series, and I loved how it ended, and I'm super excited about all of the other X books to come out. What did you guys think? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for watching me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, and I'll see you later.
I'm in love with a hero.
The big celebration taking place on Krakoa looked very similar to the big celebration taking place on the forest moon of Endor at the end of Return of the Jedi. I don't know, maybe it was just in my head, but that's what I kept looking at and seeing and thinking these two things were very much alike.